Myself and Jonathan Thurston are talking off camera about your form. We think it's the best form of your career. Do you feel like this is your team, more responsibility? At South you had Sam Burgess and you had Greg Inglis and you had Cody. Do you feel like more responsibility up here?
Yeah, I think so. Got a lot of young players there with a lot of talent. And they just needed a bit of guidance, and that's sort of where I stepped up and took a bit of ownership there. We've got some quality players around us that we just need to get them the ball. And that's my job, obviously, to get them the ball and finish off our sets in good field positions.
Adam, you're a much-loved member of that South Sydney Rabbitohs team, but have you been surprised how much support you have had individually as a player up here in Queensland?
Yeah, Bill, it's been quite overwhelming, to be honest. I didn't think I'd get the reception I got, obviously, coming up here, being from down south, but the fans, our members have been ultra welcoming. They've opened their arms and taken me in. It's a pretty good feeling.
So you come through with South Sydney, which is a pretty highly scrutinised club. What's it like up here? Because there was periods here where it wasn't going that well at the start of the season. Is it very similar to South Sydney? What's the level of bubble that the team lives in up here?
There's probably a bit more focus on us up here, to be honest. In Sydney, we're fighting with 7 other clubs for a bit of publicity, but as soon as you get up here, you got a number of radio stations, TV stations that are all fighting over the one team. So you certainly feel the presence at training. You've got cameras and journos and everyone turning up, and you're constantly under the eye. So you certainly feel the difference up here, but I think we can use that to our advantage. It means we get more publicity. We can gain from that.
So with that, how much busier are you, especially as the captain of the club?
Yeah, a little bit busier than what I would be in Sydney, but as I'm getting towards the end of my career, I'm looking towards life after football and trying to get that balance right. I think it's important to, focus on footy while you're playing the game, and obviously that's number one for me. But if I can get me focusing on something else outside of football, it takes my mind away from it, and I've got that downtime where I can obviously focus on other things than footy.
You got so much ammunition in your team, and we had Tamaro Martin on the show last week, and he called himself a space creator. Is that a responsibility that you feel you have to get the ball to the Cobbos and Stags on the right-hand side, and also Oates and Farnworth on that left? Yeah,
definitely. I'm not the one that's going to be making all the line breaks. I haven't really done that throughout my whole career. My strengths are, setting plays up outside me, and I've got to play to those strengths. Obviously, the boys around me, the fellas you just mentioned, they're the ones that, make me look good at the end of the day. I'm just giving them the ball, and they're doing a terrific job. Obviously, we're working really hard at training to get our set pieces all on the same page, and it's improving over the last couple of weeks. We're, starting to hit a bit of form and obviously score a few more tries.
I interviewed Carrigan last week after the game, and he sounded like he's a bit accountable to Payne. What's the dynamics of all those young forwards at the moment?
Mate, they're like two bulls at a gate. At training, they're always fighting over what to do or who does what. They're just competitors. They work extremely hard, and I think Paddy feels that way because he's had a few injuries, and Payne's carried a lot of the load over the last couple of years. So I'm always in the pain and trying to tell him to offload a bit of that work rate of his. He's such an important player for us, and we don't want him to burn out. So, trying to develop a pass or two into his game and just think a little bit different to what he's done in the past.
So, Patrick and Payne, what about you? Who looks after Tyson Gamble?
I tried it. Mate, he's a loose cannon.
We can see that.
He's a loose.
I've seen him after the game with you boys, and he's good fun. He's an energizer bunny. He gets up and about, and he's never flat. There's games there where we might be lacking a bit of energy, and he's always there to spark it. So
it's a big body, isn't he?
He is a big body, yeah.
Big he is.
He is a big body. He needs a haircut. I believe he is cutting it off today, so
okay.
Well, speaking of loose cannons, I want to know what it was like coming up against your good mate Jai Arrow the other week. There's some words spoken prior to kickoff.
Yeah, it was a bit of text exchanges throughout the week, and he was pretty vocal round one, so I thought I'd return serve and get stuck in him. And we went looking for each other during the game. I was trying to get in, calling Caddy wouldn't run at me, so we got an inside running joke that he's the leading decoy runner in the NRL, so for a good reason. What
about living in Brizzy? I've heard that you're thinking about even staying up here after footy.
Yeah, the family settled really well up here. we're living on acreage, so it's a bit different for the kids. They can run around and have a bit of fun out in the backyard, and they've settled in really well too. I've got 4 kids now. They're all at school. The eldest is in high school, just started there, so we're all pretty much settled. I've got a 3-year contract up here, and I'm loving it. It's a great place to bring up your family, and I think I'll be up here for the rest of my life.
Yeah.